It's a matchup between arguably Schmoedown's most beloved Schmoedown player in Mark Yodi Reilly, taking on one of the hottest young talents in Schmoedown in Jeannine the Machine. And they're going to get it on today in the singles division. Today on JTH Reacts to the movie trivia Schmoedown. And welcome back. Okay, so before we get started, I have to concede and admit, JTH made a boo-boo. What else is new? JTH has been doing that a lot. When it comes to whether it's either screwing up every celebrity that's named John, from John Belushi, John C. Reilly, John Goodman, John Smith, John Cena, John Rabbit, the list goes on and on and on. Back in the last match, when we were talking about this particular matchup, Mark Reilly versus Jeannine the Machine, for some reason I thought Jeannine was in Winston's faction, the swag, leaky faucet, drip drip thing, because of the stuff with Jay becoming an assistant of Winston's. For some reason I thought that Jeannine was still with Jay because of all that, and they were together, and therefore I thought she was in that faction. Turns out that's not the case at all. She's actually in Sam Levine's faction after I did a little bit of study and research. So maybe JTH will be a little bit more familiar about who's in what faction, and I'll be slightly more smarter in a lot more of these matches to come. So here we've got Mark Reilly, who obviously is in the Finstock exchange, just because of being paired with Ben Bateman, and who's the boss, protected from the team, so he's established with obviously Dagneo's faction, and Jeannine, who is in Sam Levine's faction, the usual suspects. I'm actually really looking forward to this match because I think Mark and Jeannine are very, very evenly matched. I think this match can literally go either way. It's probably going to come down to who gets what categories in round 3, who can get what categories in round 2. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's, to me, I can't even pick a favorite. It's literally just flip a coin. I got a coin right there. And it's gone. I don't see it. So coin didn't give me anything to go by. What else is new? No one wants to help JTH. So no favorite, therefore no winner. And this match will go on for a billion zillion years. Yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. You know, people gotta make a living, you know. So without further ado, let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, flush. Oh,
Hi.
Hello, movie geek.
How you doing?
I'm well.
Good. I actually wanted to talk to you about something. I've been thinking a lot about this whole plan to kind of bury Dewberry. You've been bullying him and making him feel bad about breaking up the wild berries, acting like you're just a better competitor than him. I don't think we should do it.
Really?
Of course, we're gonna go with this plan. I mean, I came up with it. But here's what I need you to do. I need you to be meaner. I need you to go harder on him. I need you to make him cry, make him sad, destroy him from the inside out. Because I'm gonna be over here playing good cop while you're over there playing bad cop. While I'm up there saying, oh, you know, it's fine, we're on this
I like
team.
first-person visuals.
We both know better. No, we're not. Can you do that for me?
Sure.
It's not going to be difficult. I don't like him.
Great. Come on.
Come on. Proceeds to go other way. Boy, that's great. Whoosh. Now the usual suspects is in blue font. Yeah, that works. Hello, Mark. Hello, Emma. Long time no see. And by long time no see, I mean you emailed me a couple weeks ago.
Yodi, Reilly, and Jeannine, Emma Fife
And this
is
match is
joining
brought
me
to you
on the
by
announcer desk.
Cherry Vanilla
Thank
Coke.
you so much, Mark. It's really
pretty good.
to be here.
Tastes
I
like
don't-
cherries and
you know,
vanilla and
sometimes when
Coke.
you tape things like a television show, they air in a weird order. So I don't know if this is the first time that you all are seeing me, but this is the first match I'm calling this year. So well, let's see
So
if
it's like
actually remember how
so it's
this
like
game is
Star
played.
Trek the
Well,
original
Then I can
series.
ask you, how is,
Are we in
how was your
star
winter
date
break? What
order,
have you been
production
doing?
You know,
order,
it was
or
really
air date
great.
order?
I spent a lot of time
They're
at the
all
North
different.
Theme park, as one does when they are employed in tourism during
I
the
prefer to
holidays.
go in
A lot of
production order
footage
with
for
Star
this
Trek
one.
the original
Yes,
series.
and on
That's
that
just
note,
my
I still have
personal
your Gryffindor
preference.
robe, but it is at the dry cleaners, and it is coming back to you momentarily. As we get into this match here, Schmoedown 2020, we knew it was going to be all different. It was going to be all new. It's called the New Era. Faction, such an important
Emphasis
part.
on
Managers, such a
new.
crucial part of the game now with Jeannine.
I'd give my
She's
Howard Finkel
represented
impression
by
a
Sam
solid C+.
Levine and the usual suspects, and going up against Mark Reilly, and he's part of the Finstock exchange, and they seem to be on a hot highway train that is
On a
just
hot
cruising
minute
through the
highway
It's
Schmoedown.
subway
true. I
ticket
mean,
train.
the Finstock Exchange, formerly the Horsemen, they finished so strong last year.
Yeah.
Kicked off this year super strong with
It is
kind of
sad because that officially means there are no more Horsemen. Horsemen is done.
Are they
Finished.
unstoppable? However,
R.I.P.
look at
Horsemen.
Mark Reilly, who's the boss, is performing extremely well. Mark Reilly had a little bit of a rough end to last year. He got eliminated.
You
in
can
the
say
first
that
round of the
again.
singles tournament, so he actually really has quite a lot to prove, I think, going into this match.
That's right. I mean, there's a reason why we call it the Yodi Award. Mark Reilly, an all-time legend of the game, its first great competitor, but he's 10-7 lifetime, and you stack that up against Jeannine the Machine, who has not competed nearly as much as Mark Reilly has. Barely anybody has. She is 3-5, and she finds herself in a position right now. If she gets a win over a
She
legend
could become
like
a
Mark
pretty
Reilly,
big
over
player.
a faction like the Finstock Exchange, that could pay huge dividends both for her career and this season, and then also for the usual suspects.
Absolutely. Jeannine
Which
is one
means,
of those
Mark, you
competitors
have
who
one job.
everyone is
Put Jeannine
waiting
over.
for her to really come
This
into
ain't
her own, and
wrestling.
as you say,
We
if
just
she
use
beats
all the
Reilly today,
storylines.
that could really solidify her place as one of the greatest up-and-coming competitors in the Schmoedown League. And it'll be interesting to see how she performs today as well, considering that in her entire career in the Schmoedown, Jeannine has always been represented by Jay Washington as a manager. And this is the first time that she's going to be stepping out with Sam Levine instead. So it'll be interesting to see what that kind of mentorship and leadership does for Jeannine as a competitor.
That's a great point. For Mark Reilly, it's the same old crew. It's just the scrubbing of the name off and putting another name on. But for Jeannine, it's a totally different maybe style.
With a
of
couple
play,
new
but once they
faces
get underneath
probably
the white
showing
hot
up.
spotlight, it's one-on-one.
I wonder if,
know how to get a W
will
this league. And the two
Chinzilla
people
guys
I
show
really
up?
enjoy. So let's see what they
Chinchilla
have to say
Chinzilla?
pre-match.
You idiots.
What a start. You
have
called me an
committed
idiot.
A dreadful mistake and allowed me to snatch out from the rest of you, Jeannine the Machine!
Jeannine's been somebody who I've had my eye on this entire season.
That-
It is a
and in
crime.
front.
It is a crime. Their idiocy, their crime is the usual suspects' blessing.
The Finstock 5, whatever they're calling themselves. I mean, Reilly does deserve some respect, but I mean, I gotta put him down today.
New year,
Ah, there he is.
new Reilly.
Drew Guy, McWeeny, we got Bateman and Reilly walking off here.
I'm pissed. What can I say? I don't like this. I don't like losing. If anybody wants to check stats here, Merle, Bateman, Reilly, Roca, or should I say Roca, Merle, Bateman. Every one of those guys has held a belt before.
Gotta put him up top.
Some numerous times.
Yeah.
We're the best faction that ever was created, and that ever will be created. And the new Mark Reilly is coming for that belt again.
He deserved respect a few years ago, maybe, but the Reilly you're playing today, this guy's a has-been.
I mean, I was being kind.
No, I'm not going to be kind because I'm your manager. I mean, look, it's just the way it is. Reilly, you're done. Andrew Guy.
I can say what I want. I don't have to cash those checks.
Took down Robert Meyer Burnett, and you were going to be representing the suspects today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm gonna take down another champ for our faction. So, I mean, let's do it. Let's do the damn thing.
There is no one whose corner I would rather be in, cheering on, watching kick all the ass than you, Jeannine the Machine. Season 7, the new era, belongs to you.
Jeannine the Machine is one of the top tier players out there, but she's beatable, and I got something to prove. That's right, I do. You're gonna be in for something new, something exciting. Reilly's coming in hot.
Very well done.
Emma, I'm getting a lot of rebirth confidence. I'm getting a lot of, hey, it's
Oh
2020.
no,
It's
this
a brand
not.
new
This ain't
season. We can
Rebirth
do
Superman,
anything.
is
It's
it?
all
This ain't.
possible in 2020.
Yeah, I think on the part of both of
But
these competitors.
52
this is
something.
Gonna be a
What's?
great
I don't
matchup
even know what it's
one
called.
way or another.
I don't read
And
comics.
to see both of them coming at it with such sort of renewed vigor for what they're going to be able to bring to the Schmoedown this season, and how they're going to continue to climb up through the ranks and be the stars that we know they're meant to be. I'm looking forward to it.
A lot of gusto, a lot of panache, and just a little bit of chest hair. Sorry, kids. As we look at the tail of the tape here, Jeannine the Machine. What is she good at? You know she loves her rom-coms as well as new releases. And with Mark Yodi,
Mikey
Reilly,
sliced bread on the
of course,
shirt.
He is a big fantasy sci-fi fan, and he knows his way around horror, too. I believe he has a
And
YouTube channel where he
YouTubing.
talks about that.
Can that
So,
be
Emma,
my
I think
strength
that
if
I'm
I ever
fairly
show
ready.
up?
I got the stats in front of me. I got the questions. I
I think
you
you would have to put
alongside,
bad
so
in
I'm
front of
feeling
it.
pretty good.
Bad
pretty good, too.
YouTubing.
I think I'm ready to do this.
Then it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
I think he actually got the order right this time.
And I get to do the introduction, so I get to yell.
Yeah,
a lot.
now you
This
get to
is
keep
always
yelling.
fun for me.
Introducing first.
With a record of 3 wins, 5 defeats.
And that's a crime.
Representing
3 and
the
5 is a
usual
crime for
suspects.
Jeannine.
Led to the ring by her manager, Sam Levine. It's Jeannine the Machine! Cameron Rice, fellow faction member.
Many people
Sam
out there
Levine.
watching the Outlaw
Jeannine.
documentary, they were surprised to find out that Jeannine's last name is not, in fact, actually the Machine.
She is not actually a machine. You just think she could be.
Although it sounds very good though. Kind of like
Right up to the
Cyborg.
camera, staring down everybody watching and letting them know I am here and I am here to stay. And I might in fact be a robot.
Maybe.
We're not really
The name
sure.
implies possibly, but I think that she is a woman and she is ready to do some damage today.
I'll meet you in the middle and say humanoid, possible cyborg, possible person.
Okay.
And
Possible
her
person.
opponent with a record of 10 wins, 7 defeats, representing the Finstock Exchange, led to the ring by his manager, Bobby Gucci. It's
Or is
Mark
it Bobby Finstock? Or is it Tom Dagnino?
Reilly.
It's somebody. Hey,
Okay,
he's
that's
got the
not-
Chinzilla.
that's the
Oh,
Barbarian.
hello, Dan.
That is Dan Burrow, and there's Mark Reilly.
That's a new
I
jacket,
was
I
going to
think.
ask you, is that the same Superman jacket
I
with a fresh coat of
don't
paint?
know.
What are you doing there?
That.
Wow. And there go the glass. Now he's gone.
No
from
one called for the web
to
slinger to
Superman.
show up. This is Superman.
Yeah, the
I thought
glass.
he
This
was
is
like
his
a
moment.
Nope, and then
Christian
on
Harloff.
go the sunglasses. I thought we'd outlawed those this season. I thought
I tried to make a rule.
no more
on
sunglasses.
stage.
I like how the
inside.
jacket kind of looks like a cape in the back.
The award ceremony didn't
Didn't
take,
work.
so.
Yep, clearly didn't.
Kind of looks like
Everybody's wearing sunglasses.
Injustice
A nice,
Superman.
classy handshake
Kinda
between
got the-
Sam Levine and, Gucci.
the crest
There's
shield.
Mark Reilly, and a nice handshake between the competitors as well.
Look at this.
Well, maybe not.
Okay,
Looks a
and
little bit closer to
Dagnino
it.
said something into the
He
microphone.
did, but he doesn't really open his mouth when he speaks. So
Yeah.
it was
Bobby Gucci
difficult
hit
to
my car on
understand.
the way into the show today.
That
We're
shocks
apologizing about
me
that. We
not
did
at
file
all.
an insurance claim, just so you know.
What, he has insurance.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that Sam is telling a lie because there's no way Bobby Gucci could have hit his car because Tom Dagnino, currently not owning a car,
Yeah.
and does not have a driver's
Arrived
license.
here on a unicycle. I
You can
believe.
hit anything with a car, Mark.
Big
You can
early
hit it with
1900
a
late
scooter,
unicycle.
a rock,
So now we have Mark Yodi
uh,
Reilly seated. Is that in fact
a
a new Superman
grocery
jacket?
cart.
I'm sorry? It's just, my jacket.
All right.
Okay.
Matthew
I
Kearns
can't
has another
hear
jacket
you
to
over
wear
this
because
unbelievable
New
jacket.
York City later this year. Jeannine, are you feeling good and prepared, ready to go?
I am ready to go.
All right. The rules of round number 1. In round 1, the field of competitors.
They will get lots of questions right.
Different corners of movement
I will
that
not.
Schmoedown know how.
Let's see if that holds true.
Each question is worth 1 point. There's no penalty for missing a question. There is no stealing in round number 1. As soon as myself or Emma asks a question, you have about 15 seconds to get the correct answer. As soon as we ask you by name to reveal the answer, please show your vote on the whiteboard at the same time you verbalize it into the microphone. I'll remind each competitor of your 3 usages of the JTE rule.
Not the JTH rule. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think that's the first time I've said that this season. Get used to that. You'll probably hear it about 35 more times.
Each have 1 challenge to be administered by your manager.
That's just to all the people that are new to the channel this year that aren't the spam dislikers.
I have read them here today.
I understand.
And Jeannine, do you understand the rules? As I have just read
I
them
understand.
with no teleprompter whatsoever.
It computes.
Then let's get ready to Schmoedown!
Yay!
Here we go. Kicking off in round number 1. Your first
Ready
question.
to comply.
It's going to be in the world of action-adventure movies. Action-adventure films, and the question. Who plays a train hijacker called Ryder in 2009's The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3? Never been sure if you say 1, 2, 3 or 1.
I have never heard of this
I think
movie.
It's 1, 2, 3.
12,
Well,
3.
it's also like a convenient sort of nomenclature numbering of
Why
the
the
train.
big words?
I
so
don't know.
early?
It just, I like to
4,
show off that I've read the
3,
dictionary.
2. You hit me with nomenclature. 1
Matt
pens
Damon?
down. Mark Reilly, your answer.
John Leguizamo?
That is incorrect. Does Jeannine have it?
Ethan Hawke?
Looking for John Travolta.
John Travolta.
Oh.
Sandy.
He still had a career in
that's
2009?
ones, to happen today, but that's okay. We're just getting in now to question number 2. Question number 2 in the category of rom-coms, romantic comedies. What 2018 romantic comedy stars Constance Wu, Henry Golding, and Aquafina? Who's not a water.
One of the very few that I would actually know.
I like her show on Comedy Central.
Oh, Nora from Queens.
Very, very funny. Yeah.
She's good. She's talented. That Nora from
I'm a big
Queens.
fan. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Crazy Rich Asians.
1 pens down. Jeannine.
Crazy Rich Asians.
It is Crazy Rich Asians. Does Mark Reilly have it?
No, I didn't have it.
He does not.
Oh,
have it.
dear.
So Mark Reilly still shaking that rust off.
I'm leading a
from
former champion?
last season.
Inconceivable.
And we go to your third question.
I
round 1,
transfer my point
Ramos.
to you, Mark.
And your question.
Not Ellis.
Who
Sit down,
stars
Ellis.
as the pacifist Desmond Doss in 2016's Hacksaw Ridge?
Hacksaw Ridge just made me think. Did you ever read the book Hatchet? It's like,
Yes, I did. That was a very tragic book.
I read Maniac McGee.
Okay.
I read Where the Red Fern
That's a,
Grows.
that's a very tragic book,
Jonathan
Hatchet.
Livingston Seagull.
Andrew Garfield.
1 pens down, and that's it. Mark Reilly.
Andrew Garfield.
That is correct, and Mark Reilly's on the board. Jeannine the Machine.
Help him get one more. Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
I've got 2. Hot day. Called Police the Fireman.
Question number 4 category is animated.
I might
Who
get 3.
composed the score for Up?
Never mind. I would not get 3.
Saddest children's movies of all time.
God, if you're a parent at home and you have not yet shown that to your kids, show them the movie in its entirety minus the first 5 minutes.
Minus the first 5 minutes. Just,
Dear
yeah,
God.
just
5, 4. I'd rather read Hatchet. 3, 2.
Alan Silvestri.
Pens down, Jeannine.
Michael Giacchino?
It is Michael Giacchino. Does Mark Reilly have it?
Michael Giacchino.
He
That
likes his scores
doesn't
and
quite
soundtracks.
look like it, but
he proves that here today.
close,
Your
since
next
it was a
category is in the world
composer.
of fantasy sci-fi. Fantasy science fiction. The question. Hugh Jackman and Sigourney Weaver were directed by Neil Blomkamp in what 2015 sci-fi movie? I think it's actually more like Blomkamp.
Blomkamp?
Blomkamp.
Blomkamp?
South African.
Womp, womp, womp.
I really like that guy as a director.
Wompa Stompa.
I think,
Koopa
where's
Troopa.
the next one?
Yeah.
5,
Mario!
4, 3, 2.
I have no
1.
clue.
Pens down. Going to Mark Reilly first.
Chappie.
It is Chappie. Does Jeannine have it?
Don't have it.
And we are
That's a
tied
film?
at 3.
Interesting.
All right.
I learned something today.
Question number 6 in the category of comedies.
Ha ha ha!
There it is. I was waiting for it.
I had to swig down that cherry
Which
vanilla Coke
SNL
very quickly to do
actress
that.
Co-starred with Mila Kunis in The Spy Who Dumped Me.
I think that'd be kind of like a living hell dating a spy. Right?
It's either
That'd be
Kristen
pretty
Wiig or
terrible. I mean, 'cause this is
Kate
the thing, is
McKinnon.
You want open communicationship in a relationship. Like
But their job is to lie.
They're literally their job is to lie.
I think it's
also
McKinnon, but-
communicationship, which is
It could be either one of them.
2. You nomenclatured yourself out of that one.
Kate McKinnon.
Repeat the question.
We can do
Oh.
that.
Okay,
I'll late repeat.
Category of comedies.
So
Which
maybe that will be
SNL
a
actress
slight
co-starred
delay
with
before I
Mila
show my wrong
Kunis
answer.
In The Spy Who Dumped Me.
you know, on the positive side of the dating a spy ledger,
Yes.
they're on the road a lot, so you get a lot of time to yourself, which you
I
know
mean,
is
that,
important
listen,
to me.
I didn't know an SNL
that is a
actress was in
positive.
an Austin Powers movie.
Yeah.
I know it's not an Austin Powers movie. You don't have to comment, Jeremy Adams.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to Jeannine first.
Kate McKinnon.
It is Kate
Correct.
McKinnon.
Yes.
Couldn't pull it.
Mark
Okay.
Reilly
Shoo.
could not pull it, and it is 4-3. Maybe more.
Just
of a
felt like
defensive
I
struggle
should
than
get
we
you there on
thought it
that
would
one.
be
Smart
here in
Jeremy.
round number 1 as we move to your penultimate question. in
Because
round number
I knew
1.
you
This
were
is
probably
question
waiting.
7
Oh,
for
no,
Mark
no, it's not
Reilly.
Austin Powers.
And the question is, who played Norman Bates in Psycho 2 and Psycho 3?
There was a Psycho 2 or Psycho 3?
Psycho's one of those ones.
I guess,
you know,
yeah, I knew there was a Psycho 2. Did not know there was a Psycho 3, though.
Yeah.
Unlike the Jaws movies, which
Oh,
I
we
love
need it.
each and every
Every
five,
Jaws sequel is
4,
just
3,
gold.
2, 1. Pens down, going to you first, Mark Reilly.
Anthony Perkins.
It is
Correct.
Anthony Perkins. Does Jeannine have it?
Anthony Perkins.
Yes, she does.
He would have been my 721st guess.
The first Psycho
You
film.
After
Yes.
I found out
Turns
that he was
Reilly
actually a
and
person.
Jeannine smarter than the writers think,
Rascals.
maybe. I don't know. Moving on to your final question. In round number
I learned
1,
that was a celebrity.
the category is 80s movies.
Right.
Which actor plays Willie Mays Hayes in Major League?
All right. If I told him once, I told him 1,000 times. Christian Harloff, stop writing questions.
If Christian Harloff was the person.
Oh, don't worry, that would have been my
Just
question
maybe
very
most of the
soon.
questions about Major
Go
League.
back and watch season 1 of the show. 5, 4,
There's a whole category that's just Point Break.
Wesley Snipes.
1. Pens down. Jeannine, did you have it?
Wesley Snipes.
Yes, she
Correct.
did. Mark Riley.
Wesley Snipes.
All right.
Wesley
All
Snipes.
right, so
Or as
both
Jean-Luc
competitors
Picard would
kicking it
say,
into gear
"Shut up,
late in
Wesley."
round number 1, Emma, 6-5, a very respectable score.
Very respectable.
After
Absolutely.
some early stumbles, so now we move into round 2, and if they can
did-
spin the
I did
category
pretty
that
well
they're
on that one.
comfortable with, I think you're going to start to see the
I
play.
did not
Yeah,
uphold
absolutely. I mean,
my
at this point, it is
Some
still
and Vow
truly anybody's
to
game,
be
but I have
dumb
to say that
playing
that
trivia.
round 1 performance,
Here come the dislikes.
I feel like I'm seeing some newfound confidence there that has always been on the cusp, but like she's not messing around today.
Newfound confidence, and then a little bit of rust on the other side, or maybe just breaking in that
Yeah.
new Superman jacket. Mark Riley, Jeannine the Machine. It is the wheel round. Now, this wheel is sponsored today, so the wheel has a sponsored slice on it by our
Dance,
Schmoedown patron. How about a hand
2010s.
for all of our movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon members, real quick? Give them a big hand. And thank you for all
Give them a big hand.
You're very welcome.
Today's sponsor
Big.
slice is the 2010s. So if either competitor
2010s.
the 2010 wedge, we're going to say the name of that patron. Thank you for all your patronage. As it stands, whatever slice that you eventually land on, you're going to hear 4 questions from that corner of Movie Trivia Schmoedown Know-How. Each question's worth 2 points.
Let's hear
If
it.
you're not sure the answer, ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to 1. Keep in mind, stealing is available in round number 2. So Jeannine, you are sitting in
He
the
said
lower
no
right chair.
penalty
However,
for a
you do
wrong
have a
answer.
1-point lead over Mark Yodi. Would
Yay!
you like to spin first or defer to your
Maybe he
candidate
just
opponent?
forgot, or maybe somebody told him.
He's gonna go
You
ahead
know,
and give it a
Mark,
spin.
if stealing's
Early in the
available, is
season,
that really a
seems to be
penalty?
What competitors like doing.
Yes,
Spinning
it's a
and trying to
penalty.
get that big lead.
Yep.
The scoreboard
When someone else
intimidation
can take your
factor isn't
points,
real.
I would call that a
think the
penalty.
scoreboard intimidation factor is very real. I know for myself, the few times that I have played, I did like to go first because I liked to know where I stood instead of trying to make up a deficit.
I just liked being on the desk. I mean this desk. It's
Yeah,
just
not
a lot
that one.
easier.
Yeah.
Kate
I like this one
Winslet.
too.
Kate Winslet is the wedge,
Ooh,
and she's
Kate
going to talk it over
Winslet.
with the usual suspect there, Sam. With Kate Winslet movies,
She's done a broad range of films.
and it is going to be a spin again.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
you know, but I will say, I'll go on record and say this: if it comes around and it is Kate Winslet again, I don't think Jeannine's going to bat an eye. I think she'll be just fine.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think she'll
category.
be fine with Kate Winslet. I mean, certainly she's got a lot of
Oh.
sort of
And it is
my-
Leo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio and
You heard the dog bark. That
dog.
means there's 2 minutes left.
That means dog
We
approves.
got to get through this quick.
Are we just going to run off the entire
Alright, so
cast of
Jeannine, you have
Titanic
one
while we're at it?
Leonardo DiCaprio. He is an actor of some note. And
It's been 83 years.
Emma will be asking you your series of questions. Jeannine, your first of 4 in the world of Leonardo DiCaprio. Who directed
Who's
Leo
a
DiCaprio
pretty
in the film
talented
The
guy.
Beach?
Danny Boyle.
That is correct.
You will probably see me doing this a lot during this round because
Move on to your next
not
question.
any of these
Who
answers are going to
stars
come to me, I
as
bet.
Helen Gandy in Clint Eastwood's J. Edgar?
It will continue.
Multiple choice.
Is it A. Nicole Kidman, B. Naomi Watts, C. Sienna Miller, or D. Rachel Weisz?
Rachel Weisz.
Sienna Miller.
That is incorrect for a 1-point steal, Riley. I'm going to give you your options. Is it A. Nicole Kidman, B. Naomi Watts, C. Sienna Miller, or D. Rachel Weisz?
Rachel Weisz.
Looking for Naomi Watts.
Oh.
Naomi Watts is the answer. So it remains 8-5. 2 more questions. Reminder to each competitor, you still have your phone a dog if you're not sure of the answer.
Wait a minute.
Jeannine, your penultimate question in the world of Leo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio plays a character by the name of Hugh Glass in what 2015 film?
The Revenant.
2 points for Jeannine. And she's into double figures and still has a question remaining. And your final one in the world of Leo. The 2002 drama Catch Me If You Can earned 2 Oscar nominations. Which actor was nominated in the supporting actor category?
Tom Hanks.
That is incorrect. For a 2-point steal, I may not provide multiple choice. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Christopher Walken.
That's a big 2-point
Oh,
steal
wow.
for Mark
Wow.
Reilly. And I'm kind of shaking my head myself. Walken's always great, but he's in the movie for like a dinner scene.
Truly.
Wow.
I guess, he just cut up his peas and carrots with the best of them or something to just really earn that nomination
Tom
there.
Hanks' Boston accent, not cool with the Academy.
No.
As we move on to Mark Yodi.
Apparently nothing
Still
involving
there,
Tom
so
Hanks is good
10-17,
enough.
Still in the lead by 3 points, but you have a chance to change that.
You do legendary movie after legendary movie. We're not impressed.
Can he extend his arm in that new stiff leather jacket to actually spin the wheel?
You gotta work it out a bit. Gotta scuff it up.
You gotta break him in. You gotta break him in.
Easier, I will say, than leather pants.
Yeah.
Which I've been in once in my life, and I swore, Emma, I'm never going back.
Cannot say I've ever worn leather pants or a leather jacket or leather anything.
Leather pants any day. Round and round it goes.
Can you imagine a goof like me in leather?
Will it be
Don't bother.
the dance
Scary.
craze? Ooh, he's spun horror movies, Emma, and I think
Oh.
He's probably gonna keep it.
he's talking it over with his manager. His manager who is
He is gonna
not
keep it.
wearing socks or
I
with them.
suspected as
He's
much.
going
Here we
to keep
go.
horror movies.
All right.
I think the game just made a serious turn.
Films. So 4 questions in the category of horror. First question. Who directed the 2014 mockumentary horror comedy What We Do in the Shadows?
Taika Waititi.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, and Reilly pulls within 1. He can take
As soon as I hear mockumentary comedy, Taika Waititi would probably come up. John Rabbit.
Teenage witches named Sarah, Nancy, Bonnie, and Rochelle.
The Craft.
That is correct for 2 points.
Celebrate the season with craft.
He absolutely does. Question number 3. Ash Williams was a student at what university in the Evil Dead franchise?
Yale. Because why not? Gotta be a smart guy.
4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A,
Not even
Arizona
close.
State University, B, Ohio State, C, Michigan State University, or D, Kentucky?
Michigan State University.
Michigan State.
That is correct for 1
Yay!
Big get right
He's a
there.
Trojan,
Also,
yet his name is
Kentucky
Ash, and he's
the
evil.
state of Kentucky.
Some Trojans
State of
were evil.
Kentucky.
State of Kentucky.
Going up against Michigan State University, of course, where Christian Harloff attended school.
All right. Your final question in the category of horror. What is the name of the demons in Hellraiser?
The movie geek would probably know.
Cenobites.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bet the movie geek
That
would know
sounds like
that.
the name
He
of a
only
Fudge
did an
Movie
entrance about it.
podcast, But it is actually the correct answer
It
for the
does.
demons
It also
in
sounds
Hellraiser.
a little bit like a delicious treat you might eat in the morning.
Hey, you want some Cenobites?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One step above bagel bites.
Cenobites for breakfast.
Well, Reilly enjoyed.
You have your
the
Cenobites.
Cenobites
I'll
on the way
stick
a
to my
4-point
Cinnamon Toast
lead
Crunch,
over Team
please.
15 heading into round at number
And my
3.
Reese's
So after round
Puff
number 1,
cereal.
he was in control. Round number 2, Reilly has a 4-point lead. Who's
And
going to
an
take the
underrated
match?
classic
Round
with
3 is
Honey
gonna
Bunches of
determine that.
Oats.
The rules of round 3 are as such. Each competitor is going to give us 3 numbers. These numbers
You don't like
range
Honey
from
Bunches of
1
Oats? You ain't no friend of mine.
movie trivia
You never gave him a
know-how. The first
chance.
question we ask you is worth 2 points. Your next one, 3 points. The last one, 5 points.
But what about the
Mark
cereal
Reilly,
grape
you
nuts?
are
No
in the
grapes,
lead.
no nuts.
And
What's
so
the
you can
deal with
answer
that?
first, what feels lucky on this lovely day?
7, 19, and 12.
Oh, you almost said 2.
And 12, 2 odds, 1 even. Jeannine,
Come on,
what
Jeannine.
do you like?
3, 6, and 9.
Oh!
3, 6,
No one wins.
9.
No
I'll be
contest.
asking you your questions.
No
Vince will be
contest.
asking Mark his questions. Keep in mind there's no stealing or multiple choice in round 3. Jeannine,
Still can phone a dog.
you can still phone a dog.
Otherwise known as
Jeannine, you
cheat.
selected number 3 for your 2 points.
Look over that. They cheating. They
And that
cheating.
corresponds to new releases. And your question. For 2 points. What 2019 horror thriller stars Elizabeth Banks and was produced by James Gunn?
Brightburn.
2 points for Jeannine. Tough 2-point question.
Yeah.
She got it. And we're going to stick
I
with
remember
Jeannine
hearing
for a
about it.
3-point question. Jeannine, if you get this
I
right,
never
you
would have
can
pulled
take
it,
a
though.
1-point lead over Mark Reilly and avoid the technical knockout. You selected number 6, and that corresponds to fantasy science fiction.
These are questions about fantasy and or science
What
fiction.
80s sci-fi epic was directed by David Lynch and stars Kyle MacLachlan, Max von Sydow, Patrick Stewart, and Sting?
Man.
Five,
Never-ending Story Part 3.
3.
Because why not?
I can certainly do that.
Oh.
In the world of
Good repeat.
fantasy sci-fi, what 80s sci-fi epic was directed by David Lynch and stars Kyle MacLachlan, Max von Sydow, Patrick Stewart, and Sting?
I need an answer in 5, 4, 3.
I'll keep my
2,
answer.
1.
Looking for Dune.
Dune.
Oh, Dune.
It's a very sandy movie.
Parts
so
of it.
Now we move.
David Crossan knows that movie.
To 9 is the number that Jeannine selected for your 5-point question. If Jeannine hits this, she's up 17-14 and forces the hand of Mark Reilly to answer 2 questions correct.
At least 2.
Or maybe 1, depending on
Meh. That's true.
Jeannine, you selected comic book movies for your 5-point question.
Okay.
And that question is, who voices Miles' father, Jefferson, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
What are these questions? Oh, God. I'm assuming I'm going to have time, because I'm guessing some repeats will come.
2, 1.
Repeat.
Who voices Miles' father, Jefferson, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? She has 1.
1 left.
I hear the voice, but I cannot picture the actor.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
Last repeat. Here we go. Who voices Miles' father, Jefferson, in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse?
I wouldn't even have a guess. This-
Need an answer in 5,
I hear the voice, but I
3,
can't.
2.
Guy from Atlanta.
And your winner, Mark Yodi Reilly. Brian Tyree Henry.
Oh.
Brian
Well, I
Tyree
never would have got that.
is the answer. That is a technical knockout for Mark Reilly.
Oh,
According to TKO.
that's a shame for
Well, you know,
Jeannine.
sometimes things just really work out in your favor. And
Is that really
Mark
Reilly's
spun in a
first
category that he's
KO
really
victory
strong in,
or
and
TKO
Jeannine
form
picked
of
some
victory?
categories that she maybe struggles with going into round 3. So it's, you know, it's all part of the game.
It's a tough
If
pull.
so, that would be crazy.
Horror movies. I think that's really when it turned, because look, at the end of round 1, middle round 1, we were like, oh, what's happening with this Reilly guy? This dinosaur needs to be put out to the pasture. And then he starts to get his last couple correct. He's feeling it, and then he spins horror movies, and that's what we talked about going into round number 2. How important a good wheel spin is, and I think that momentum carried him through the rest of the match.
Oh, that sucks for Jeannine.
I also really think it's very charming, the idea of dinosaur pastures, as you implied, by putting a dinosaur out to pasture.
They go to become
And they're sponsored by Barbasol.
Fossil fuel. It's like a nice version of Jurassic Park. I think that's what they wanted, was just pastures full of dinosaurs for people.
They just wanted nice dinosaurs. Like, we're back. A dinosaur story.
It sounds like, you know, perhaps
very underrated animated film.
They're coming back with a vengeance.
Yes, I actually do know some kind of movie.
We have found Isla Nebular.
That was voiced by John Goodman, a John that I know. Hot damn. There, I finally got a movie featuring a John that I knew about. Take note, Jeremy. I just gave Jeremy Adams 2 plugs in a film, or in a movie, in a video. Film, movie, video. I do not know how to speak right, because me dumb.
Finstock Exchange. Jen Sturger, are they popping champagne over there yet?
No, but we're popping collars, unfortunately. Every time I see you, I feel like you have less and less clothes on. You've got to be feeling pretty good though about the Finstock Exchange right now.
4-time manager a year sounds pretty good right now. Look, this is the new Mark Reilly here. He's got a new jacket. He's got new glasses. He's got same hair. Look, you know he
can't change the hair
here. He knows his whole career is on the line here. He knows it. He's a veteran. He's a champion. He had to dig himself out of a hole from the Stacey Howard loss, and that's exactly what he did here. I mean, like I said, and I'll say it again, people are good, but we're great.
Reilly, yeah, exactly. What more can you say? No, just a mic drop. It was really good seeing you back in action today, and I know that you kind of fell into a groove once you spun horror, right?
Yeah, that was my saving grace there. Definitely had some rust on there, and that upset me that first round. There were some questions, there's some points I left on that table there, and that just gets to me right now. But this rust has been knocked off. I got a strength in horror, and then I just had to let it be one question at a time. And look at that. It pulled out. Jeannine the Machine is one of the greats here, and I know she might be kicking herself right now, but she keeps her head up. She's going to be dangerous in this league, but I got nothing but respect. I am surrounded by my boys right here. They all have gold. They all have wins. And
it's not 5 anymore. Got way more than 5.
Counted maybe me out. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm over the hill. All these things. Well, guess what? Don't count me out. Rust is gone. I can't wait to continue to win.
Absolutely. You mentioned that he bounced back from that Stacey Howard loss. Was it great watching Reilly get back out there and just whoop some ass today?
Listen, the Finstock Exchange comes with it now. Every match. We understand the game more than anyone else in this league. We ride out a tough first round. We know we can alter around the second round. Reilly would have normally gotten into his head, maybe fallen apart, got a little nervous, whatever, kept it together, had that big 2-point steal, and then spun horror. You never know how the game can take care of you in that second round. You got to have faith, and he has that faith now, and I love seeing it.
Absolutely. And Dan, I'm sure you guys must be feeling a little bit nervous, though, with all this gold. It's kind of like leaving some expensive stuff in your car at this point, right? Especially with this guy around.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, and the fact of the matter is that, you know, I think we're pretty likable guys, but if you got the gold, people are coming after you. And that's just how it goes. And I've got a tough challenge on my hands coming up. John and I have got a tough challenge, whoever we end up playing on our hands coming up. I think that's, you know, people make fun of our veteran status. Perhaps we're a little longer in the tooth than some of these factions, but I think our advantage is we've been in these high-pressure situations. We've been in situations, Mark was playing from behind after round 1. I was playing from behind after round 1 in my last match. Yeah. It helps to have a few losses and wins under your belt in those situations to know how to deal with them. So I think we can work that to our advantage.
And being longer in a tooth just means you can bite deeper into somebody. That's what that means. It doesn't mean we're out.
Well said.
As usual, Roca. So, congratulations. It's so great to see the Finstock Exchange absolutely thriving right now. Like I said, you got your veterans, long in the tooth and whatnot, new talent that's on the rise here. This may be another year for Bobby Gucci, as much as it pains me to say that.
Well, when our back's against the wall, we come out swinging, like any champions do. I mean, look, the 4 best players in the league here, Roca, Reilly, Merle, Bateman, all have held championship belts before. Look, and like I said earlier in the pre-interview, you look at, on a clear day, you see the ocean, you could look for 8 miles, all right? On a clear day, I see the Schmoedown. And guess what I see? Just ourselves looking back at each other at the finish line.
And on a clear day, I just see way too much chest hair. Anyways, back to you guys.
Some of that's probably my fault, Jen. Emma, I'm not sure if.
I was on board with Dan Merle saying, the experience really counts for something.
That
Then
was nice.
Roca brings in some weird science about long teeth
The
and
bite.
then whatever.
And then the metaphor with the
Bobby
ocean.
Gucci was doing.
Leave a trail of breadcrumbs next time.
Yeah.
Very confusing.
Come on, we love ocean metaphors.
And points for their faction. So as much as it may pain Jen to have
Makes
to
me
keep
want to
interviewing
do a
those
Bob
guys,
Ross
the
painting.
Finstock Exchange
Let's paint a
is
seascape today.
thriving right now.
Let's start off having run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us.
Very young season. It's a tough loss for Jeannine early, but we are going to toss over to them. Jen, you're currently standing by with Jeannine the Machine. How's she taking the defeat?
There's not a whole lot of smiles back here. Jeannine, I know that you're probably beating yourself up a lot more than we can even imagine right now, just because you are one of the most competitive players in this league right now and a force to be reckoned with. I saw you beating yourself up backstage, kind of like you knew some of those answers and they just couldn't come to you out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's been the whole thing that I'm going to have a big year this year, so there was a lot of pressure on me to do well today. And there were some that, I thought maybe I should go to multiple choice, but I'm just going to go for it and go for the 2 points like the Tom Hanks thing. I just didn't have it today.
Spinning away from Kate Winslet, landing on Leonardo DiCaprio, it just seems like you were going to be sunk by the Titanic no matter what.
Yeah, I prepared for some things that I knew I could kill, and it just didn't go my way today with the wheel. But, I fought my hardest, as I always do.
What's it been like having this guy in your corner over here?
Oh, he's great. Been in constant contact since the draft, so I've had that support, really helping me study and really hone in on my weaknesses, and I'm only going to get stronger. So.
Sam, was there stuff out there that you saw today that you guys think that you can move forward and learn from? I mean, how are you feeling after watching Jeannine's match?
Everything I saw today only makes me more proud than I was before. I mean, what she did in round 1, to finish round 1 with a lead against a giant like Mark Reilly, I am confident that if she were to play an Iron Man match against him, she's going to walk away the winner, because that's the true test of knowledge. What happened today was she was a victim of bad luck. She didn't have a great spin on the wheel. He had a perfect spin on the wheel, landed on his strength. She got unlucky with her numbers, and we both know her favorite David Lynch movie is Eraserhead. So if they'd have asked questions about that, she'd have been fine. But it was just bad luck, but I know that she has the knowledge, I know that she's got the skill, and I know how much she puts into this game. And here's the thing, she's not just a great player, she's also a beloved player. I know the fans love Jeannine the Machine like I love Jeannine the Machine, and I know that this loss is maybe making them think, oh, we're not going to see her soon, but they are going to see her again soon. The fans have to tell this league they want to see Jeannine in more matches, and I'm telling the fans, tell the league, you want to see this woman in more matches like I want to see her in more matches, because she deserves more matches. She got unlucky today, but she has the skill and the talent to be here.
That Iron Man compliment, honestly, coming from you is really, really high praise. Does that mean that you are really expecting to see a great performance from Jeannine when maybe free-for-all rolls around?
You bet your bottom. I'm expecting to see a great performance when the free-for-all rolls around.
Jeannine, the minute you believe in yourself as much as these guys believe in you, you're going to be unstoppable.
Thank you. I got texts and messages from my whole faction today wishing me well, so I'm in the right place.
Absolutely are. Back to you guys.
That's a nice interview to see.
It really is.
You take a shot, but you still, in some ways, a loss can strengthen the resolve of a faction and bring them closer together.
Absolutely, and I think there's something I want to address that Jeannine was saying about the idea of having this tremendous amount of pressure put on you to win, and I know what that feels like, because when you are really beloved, a lot of the time it feels like everybody out there, because they are rooting for you, they are rooting for you to win. And yes, on some level they are rooting for you to win, but ultimately what it comes down to is that They adore Jeannine. Like Sam said, people want to see Jeannine play because not only is she a great competitor, she's a great personality, she's great on camera, she's somebody that we want around at the Schmoedown. And yes, Jeannine, people out there are rooting for you, but you're not letting anybody down when you lose.
And when you start to think about, I love Jen's question about the free-for-all, because you do start thinking about, okay, well, who's somebody that maybe could do something akin to what we saw William Bibbiani do last year, or what the kid did last year. Don't count out Jeannine the Machine playing that role this year at the free-for-all.
Absolutely. And as Jen said, you know, as soon as she believes in herself the way that her manager Sam believes in her, the way that her faction mate who we saw there on camera with her, Cameron Rice, believes in her, the way that everyone out there watching the Schmoedown believes in Jeannine, she really could do it.
That's right, and maybe she gets more wins this season. Mark Reilly, if he wants more wins, apparently he's going to have to buy a new Superman jacket for $500 every time he wants a W. He does take the victory here today, and I feel like a winner
Didn't know
myself.
Schmoedown victories were so damn expensive.
Like Miss Emma Fife. Emma, what's the
Minus
latest? Where
potentially
can all the
having to
kids follow you
take a
while
plane
you do
ticket
that?
out there every time.
All over the internet.
That can
wherever
get
Emma
expensive.
Fifes are sold at my name, Emma Fife. So find me there. I got a website, emmafife.com. If it's branded Emma Fife and it's a blonde girl with glasses, it's probably me.
And she's not a bad neighbor.
Well said.
I am Mark Baby Carrots Ellis. For all live events, including the free-for-all in March, check out the Schmoedownlive.com. Grab your tickets before they sell out. Thank you all for tuning in on behalf of Emma Fife and Christian Harloff. I'm Mark Ellis. Thanks for supporting our Patreon, and we'll see you next time on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
All right, let's run everybody off. Thank you, Mark and Emma and Mark and Dan and John and dude in the Chevy Camaro shirt with the Chinzilla, and Jen and Sam and Jeannine and Cameron and Shannon and the Movie Geek. I think that covers everybody, I believe. What'd you say it did? Yay! I'm not sure if they've ever said what Chevy Camaro's name is. I'm sure they did at least once, and I completely missed it. So what else is new? I screwed up on that too. So this match, unfortunately, TKO fashion, because Jeannine and Mark are such even players, I was wanting to see a closer match. More, I wanted to see, you know, both of them have to answer questions in round 3. But fortunately, that's not how it turned out. It's a big win for Reilly, though, to get back on the winning way. And as I guess I'll just be repeating what they all said, you know, Jeannine, she's got all the potential in the world, she's got all the talent, just she's had some bad luck these last several matches that she's had. It is when the luck can match the ability and the talent, she's going to be just fine. And it's just a matter of when that the wins will start piling on for Jeannine, because she's too good to be 3-6, and that just, it sucks that to have a record like that, because she's way better than that. So where both players go from here, I'm not really sure. We probably will not see. Well, I guess we probably will see Reilly at some point, potentially in teams. But if that doesn't happen, I guess the next time we'll see both of those players is in the free-for-all, which is not too far away, to be frank. So what's going to happen? I mean, the free-for-all is right around the corner. I mean, it's only like a month away, and that's crazy when you think about it. So we're going to be looking forward to a lot of great matches in Schmoedown in the coming weeks and months and throughout the year, because it's all year. So enjoy. Well, enjoy the Schmoedown. You don't have to enjoy me. You don't even have to watch me, because you'll be just like 2 people that care about me, because no one likes me. So that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. You can follow me on Twitter at WWEJTH1 and follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown. Join the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown website, theschmoedownlive.com, and become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. So until next time, I will see you then. This is JTH. Thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu.